Yo, what's good? Have any of you uploaders ever watched a video and were like, damn, I wish I would have thought of that. I wish I had made that video. I stumbled across a video like this today. It was by Maxwell Bear. And yeah, I just discovered his channel a few weeks ago, maybe last week. Anyway, this video was titled something like Porter versus Berto, huh? Why is Shawn Porter the outcast of Premier Boxing champions? Why is Shawn Porter the one getting these crappy fights, these crappy matchups? Why isn't he getting the close decisions? Why isn't he getting the big fights? He is fighting on Showtime. But to go along with this whole point, I didn't choose this poster because I'm a huge Berto fan. I chose this poster because that's how they're marketing this fight. This fight is Andre Berto versus Shawn Porter, not the other way around. It's some guy that just beat Victor Ortiz the second time around against a guy that just challenged for the WBC title in a Fight of the Year candidate. Of course, it wasn't Fight of the Year because nothing beats Salito Vargas. Mandatory Salito reference. Check. But he arguably won that fight. I thought he clearly won that fight. But in that video, Maxwell Bear's like, why is he not treated as well as these other guys? Why doesn't he get these big fights? Why is he fighting Andre Berto? Is it because he's too exciting? Is it because his style isn't cute enough? He doesn't stick and move? Is it because he doesn't jab, clinch? Is it because he doesn't hump his opponents like Adrian Broner? We know Andre Berto is a chosen one by Al Heyman. He was the first of all Heyman clients, the first guy that was overhyped. And I am a big Andre Berto fan, as I spoke about in my underrated fights, Berto versus Zabik. He gives a lot of good fights. He gives 100% every fight. He just lacks some skill. I think he's just too stocky. But Shawn Porter deserves more respect than this, man. He deserves better fights than this. I hope he gets, at the very least, a Thurman rematch. He should be fighting 3 to 4 times a year. All these guys should be fighting 3 to 4 times a year, man. That's a very underlined problem in boxing today. These guys are fighting once or twice a year. And these people that wanna point the finger at PBC, yes, a lot of PBC fighters aren't fighting very often, but look at the top fighters. Look at Canelo, look at Chocolatito, look at Golovkin. All these guys fought twice last year. So this isn't just a PBC problem. It's a problem with all of boxing. But Shawn Porter, he is, in my opinion, a top 3, 4 welterweight. He's a way better welterweight. He's a way better fighter than Danny Garcia. I would have loved to see that fight. He wouldn't have tiptoed around Garcia like Thurman did. He would have swarmed his ass. He would have jabbed his way in and smothered Danny Garcia from beginning to end. And that's how you whoop Danny Garcia's ass. Like Lamont Peterson did the last 4 rounds of their fight. Shawn Porter would have done that. That being said, this fight's going to happen. Unfortunately, it's Berto versus Shawn Porter. And I see a very ugly fight where Shawn Porter jabs his way in like he does. And if you don't believe me with that, watch his fight against Devin Alexander. He's not just a one-dimensional swarmer. He doesn't leave himself wide open all the time. He jabs his way in, and he could go in and out very, very well. I'm not going to say to Pacquiao levels because that would be hyperbole, but he does that very well. So I picture him doing that often, and probably him smothering his own punches on the inside until Andre Berto clinches. And I see a lot of clinching happening in this fight. I think Andre Berto, to save his ass, is going to clinch most of the fight, kind of like what Broner did. And I don't see a point being taken away from Berto for doing that. So I see an ugly fight, one that Porter controls most of the fight, but one that Andre Berto will be competitive at times because he is fast and he can bang. So I think there will be rounds where Shawn Porter is reluctant to come in because of the power, but I don't see him being as reluctant as he would be against a Keith Thurman to go in. So he will come in a lot easier than he did in that fight. Maybe just the first 2 to 3 rounds are going to be a little difficult for Porter to come in as often as he'd like to. Because he likes to go in, but he doesn't like to stay in. He likes to go in and throw a few body shots, not stay in and throw combinations like Salido would. There it goes again. But I see a very ugly fight. I see Porter dishing out a beating towards Andre Berto. And it won't be as bad as Guerrero fight, but it will be nasty. It will be an ugly fight, and Andre Berto will take a beating down the line, but he will survive. I see it being something like 117 to 101. 93, around that type of fight. A clear victory. And after the fight, Porter call out the top dogs, call out Thurman, Garcia, Kell Brook, Spence, anybody could get it. Please leave that message. And if you're really serious, call out Tim Bradley. Say, hey homie, you haven't fought in a year. I hadn't fought in about a year before this fight. Let's make this happen. Nobody wants to fight us. They're perhaps the toughest guys in the division, style-wise, to fight. Nobody will look good fighting Porter or Bradley. Make that fight happen. Please, God, make Porter versus Bradley. Please. That fight would be very interesting because it would just be two guys that just try so hard every single fight, give 110%, and you could tell their effort, how much they love the sport and how much effort they put into it, and how serious they take the sport. Putting them in the ring together would be a dream matchup for me. Those two guys are probably my foreign. Tim Bradley, I think he's my third favorite fighter, and Porter is probably my fourth favorite fighter at the moment. So that would be a dream fight for me. Anyway, Porter by unanimous decision. Give Porter some big fights. Make Porter Bradley. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a great day.